Hello, my friend. Welcome to this podcast, your safe space to grow. Learn and speak English with more confidence than ever before. I'm so glad you're here. I created this episode especially for people like you learners, dreamers, and passionate souls who want to speak English freely, without fear, without hesitation, just natural, smooth, and confident English. You see, confidence in English isn't something that happens overnight. It's built slowly, one word, one sentence, one small victory at a time. I know what it feels like to have the right words in your head, but they just don't come out when you speak. I know what it feels like to be afraid of making mistakes, afraid of being judged, or of freezing in the middle of a sentence. But here's the good news: you can change that. You will change that, and this podcast will guide you every step of the way. So sit back, take a deep breath, and just listen. Don't worry about understanding every word. Let the language flow into you, because this isn't just about learning English, it's about transforming the way you speak, the way you think, and the way you feel about English. Together, we're going to break the fear, build the skills, and open the door to real, confident English communication. Are you ready? Let's begin. Let's start with a simple question: what does it mean to speak English with confidence? Is it perfect grammar? A native-like accent, speaking without stopping? No, not really. Speaking English with confidence means being comfortable using the language. Even if you're not perfect, it means expressing your thoughts clearly, even if you make a few mistakes. And most importantly, it means trusting yourself. Confidence is not about speaking flawlessly. It's about knowing that you can speak and you will improve. Let me give you a small example. Imagine two learners, Maria and Alex. Both have been studying English for 3 years. Maria speaks slowly but tries to use perfect grammar. She's always afraid of making mistakes. So she speaks as she waits until her sentence is ready in her head. She double-checks every word mentally before she opens her mouth. Alex, on the other hand, is not perfect either. He makes grammar mistakes, sometimes he forgets words. But he keeps talking, he smiles, laughs at his errors, and continues the conversation. Now, who do you think improves faster? That's right, it's Alex. Because confidence creates opportunities. When you speak more, you learn more. And when you learn more, you become more confident. That's the cycle. Confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. So how do we build it? Let's talk about three core truths about speaking with confidence. Truth 1, you don't need to be perfect to be confident. This is so important. Many learners think they have to speak like a native speaker before they can feel confident, but that's not true. Even native speakers make mistakes. They forget words, they pause, they say and Confidence isn't about perfection, it's about communication. Let's take a second to say this together. I don't need to be perfect, I need to be clear. I need to be confident. I'm allowed to make mistakes. Yes, say that again out loud if you can. I am allowed to make mistakes. Mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. They're your stepping stones to progress. Truth to your thoughts, control your voice. Before you speak confidently, you have to think confidently. If your mind is full of fear, what if I say it wrong? What if they laugh? What if I sound stupid? Your voice will become shaky, your words will freeze. But if your mind says, I can do this, let me try, it's okay to make a mistake, your voice will grow stronger. Speaking English is a mental game. If you want to speak with confidence, train your thoughts first. Start replacing fear with curiosity. Don't say, I'm not good at speaking. Say, I'm learning to speak better every day. Try that now. Say this with me. I'm learning to speak better every day. And it's true, just by listening to this podcast, you're already becoming better. Truth 3, confidence comes from action, not just knowledge. You can read every grammar book, watch every YouTube video, memorize thousands of words, but you still won't feel confident until you speak. Confidence is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. That means if you want to speak English confidently, you have to speak even if you speak alone. Even if you speak slowly, just speak. When you speak a little every day, you start to train your tongue. You train your mind, you build rhythm, you build courage. So remember, learn, then use, study, then speak. We've just started this journey together, but already you've learned something powerful. You don't need to be perfect, you don't need to wait. You already have what it takes to begin speaking with confidence. And now in the next chapter, we'll talk about how to build a solid foundation, how to learn vocabulary, improve pronunciation, and practice effectively so you can speak with clarity and confidence. But before we move on, let's take a moment to deep breath. Inhale, exhale, and say to yourself, I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm becoming confident in English. Yes, you are. Now we're going to go deeper. We'll talk about how to build a strong foundation that helps you speak English smoothly and confidently. Because just like a house needs a solid base, your English needs the same. Let's get started. Section 1, vocabulary, is your toolkit. Imagine trying to build a sentence without words. It's like building a house without bricks. So the first step in your foundation is vocabulary. But wait, don't just memorize long lists of words. That doesn't help much. Instead, here's a better way. 1. Learn words in context. When you learn a new word, don't just learn the meaning. Learn how it's used, learn a sentence, a phrase, or even a story that uses that word. For example, don't just learn, motivate to inspire someone. Instead, learn, my teacher always motivates me to do my best. See the difference? When you learn words in full sentences, you remember them better and you're more likely to use them when you speak. Try this every time you learn a new word. Speak a sentence with it out loud. Yes, out loud. Your voice is part of your learning. 2. Use what you learn. If you learn 10 new words but never use them, they disappear. But if you learn just 2 or 3 new words a day and use them, write them, speak them, repeat them, they stick. So make this your habit. Learn it, speak it, keep it. Section 2, grammar, is your structure. Now, let's talk about grammar. Don't be afraid of this word. Grammar is not here to punish you. It's here to help you build clear, strong sentences. Think of grammar like the skeleton of your speech. It holds your ideas in shape. But here's a secret: you don't need to master all grammar to speak confidently. You just need to understand and use the essential structures well. Focus on these key grammar areas. 1. Tenses. Learn how to speak in present, past, and future clearly. I go to school every day. I went yesterday. I will go tomorrow. 2. Questions. Practice asking questions naturally. What do you do? Where are you from? Have you ever been there? 3. Negatives. Learn to say what didn't happen. I don't like it. She didn't call me. We weren't late. You don't need complicated grammar. You just need clear grammar, the kind people actually use in conversation. And remember, practice grammar while speaking, not just in writing. Section 3, pronunciation and clarity. Now let's talk about your voice, because your confidence is also in how your English sounds. Good pronunciation doesn't mean having a British or American accent. It means being clear and understood. Here's how to improve your pronunciation and feel more confident speaking. 1. Listen actively. Choose one speaker you like on YouTube, a podcast, or a movie and really listen. Notice, how do they move their mouth? Where do they pause? How do they stress certain words? Repeat after them. Try to match the rhythm, not just the words. This is called shadowing. It's one of the most powerful ways to improve your speaking voice. 2. Record yourself. Yes, I know it feels strange at first, but this is powerful. Record yourself reading a small paragraph or speaking a few sentences, then listen. What do you notice? Are your words clear? Are you rushing? Are you mumbling? Don't judge yourself, just observe. Then practice again and record again. With time, you'll start hearing improvement, and that builds confidence. Section for practice that feels natural. Let me tell you something, the best practice is the kind you enjoy. Here's how to make your daily practice feel smooth and exciting. 1. Talk to yourself in English. Yes, talk to yourself. Describe what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm making tea. I need to go to the store. This is powerful because it makes English part of your daily life. The more you speak English in your own world, the more natural it becomes when you speak to others. 2. Use English in your mind. Try thinking in English during simple activities. Instead of saying in your native language, I have to go to work, say it in English in your mind or out loud. I have to go to work. This trains your brain to build English sentences without translation. And that's the key to fluency. 3. Find a speaking buddy or speaking app. Speaking with someone is the best way to grow. If you don't have a speaking partner, try using a language exchange app or a conversation simulator. Even talking to an AI in English every day helps you improve. And remember, you don't need a perfect partner. You just need a chance to speak. Section 5. Create your English world. This is my favorite part. If you want to speak English confidently, surround yourself with English. Here's how to do that. Change your phone language to English. Follow English pages on social media. Watch English series or YouTube videos daily. Listen to English songs or podcasts during walks. Even 15-20 minutes a day can make a huge difference. Your brain starts to live in English. And soon, you'll think, speak, and feel in English naturally. It's like moving to an English-speaking country without leaving your home. Section 6. Be consistent, not perfect. Here's one last golden rule. Confidence is built by consistency, not perfection. You don't have to speak perfectly today. You just have to speak a little every day. Even 10 minutes of focused practice daily is better than 2 hours once a week. So make a routine, something simple like 5 minutes listening, 5 minutes reading out loud, 5 minutes speaking or repeating. That's 15 minutes, and it's powerful. Because confidence doesn't come from big moments. It comes from the small daily choices to keep going. Let's take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Say this with me. Every day I'm becoming more confident in English. I speak clearly, I speak bravely, I speak with love. And you do. So far, we've talked about what confidence really means and how to build a strong foundation through vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and daily habits. Now we go one step further, because even if you study well and practice alone, there's still one thing many people fear: real-life speaking. Yes, the moment when you actually speak with another person in a shop, a class, an interview, a meeting, or a casual chat. Your heart may race, your hands might sweat, and your mind might go blank. Sound familiar? Don't worry, this part of the podcast is made just for that. Let's look at powerful, practical strategies you can use to speak English confidently in real conversations. Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a situation where you knew might need to speak English, but you didn't prepare? Maybe it was a hotel check-in, a job interview, a phone call, or even ordering food. You had time before it happened. But still, you told yourself, I'll just go with the flow. Then the moment came and your mind went blank. That happens because confidence in speaking often starts before the conversation even begins. So here's the key idea for this section. If you prepare, you perform better. Preparation doesn't mean memorizing a speech. It means thinking ahead, practicing. I'm rehearsing what you might say. Let's break it down. Mini strategy 1. Predict the conversation. Ask yourself, what's the topic going to be? What questions might they ask me? What do I want to say? If you're going for a job interview, you can predict common questions. Tell me about yourself. Why do you want this job? What are your strengths? If you're going to a restaurant, Can I see the menu, please? I'd like a coffee with milk. Can I pay with card? This is not guessing.